same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah. Oh, John Brutal, he got a lot to say. Oh, yes, he does. 'Cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. All over this world. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Damn right there is, baby, and it's time for a meeting. I'm glad y'all are here, baby. What a day. Today's the day. Big Super Tuesday going on today. My goodness. I think I already have a projected winner. I think Joe Biden's going to take it. Anyway, Penny Hartleman was the first one to jump in, followed by Dorothy Tyndall, Irene Lambert, Bart Larson, Donald Hamilton, thank you very much. Jeanette Miller's here, Adina Michael, Sammy Marcy, Penny Hartleman, Phyllis Harrison, thank you very much. Carla Fitch, Mandy's Candy. I love it. Thank you, baby, for being here. Keith is here. Thank goodness. Debbie Marie, Julius Crawley, thank you very much. Lisa Ryder. Boy, I'm telling you, the family is here, baby. The remixtress is with us, thank goodness. And any side. Retriever 19, Golden, thank you for being here. Bruce Preston, man, hell, John D, Willie Carson. Damn, everybody here. Bob K. Damn, everybody here. There's our own Bernadette Pre in there. I got to switch this on down or we will not catch up. Anyway, Phyllis, Gregory Brown, thank you for being here. And that just went by. Jim Jett, thank you for being here. Anyway, it is Tuesday, so it's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. And today's Super Tuesday, baby. Haven't been able to really sit down. I had another doctor's appointment this morning. Kind of ate up my day a little bit. Yeah, I'm kicking, baby. I'm waiting on the results to come in. We all know who's going to win. Hell, Joe Biden's going to win. And but we want everybody's going to be interested in the entertainment value tonight to see if Nikki Haley is going to make any progress in there, or is she going to jump out? What she's going to do? That's the entertainment of it going on over there. We know who's going to win the primary on both sides, and we're just waiting around to hear it all official and all that shit. Hello, Mr. Chick.
All official and all that shit, huh?
All official and all that shit. You know, it ain't official until they call it on the news. You know, everybody goes,
You know what we missed the other day, though, was that Nikki Haley actually won D.C.
She did indeed. She won the District of Columbia, and yeah. So you can't say she didn't win something. And you know,
Yeah.
There's talk she could take Idaho. Go figure.
Go
Idaho.
figure.
Yeah.
I know. She ought to stick around. Let her stick around.
Let her stick around. I want to see her stay in the race. I want to see her kick up some.
If nothing else, it makes somebody else a little PO'd. So, you know.
Yeah. That's always entertaining.
It
Hello.
is.
Hello, Bernadette.
Hi, John. Hi, Missy Chick.
Hi,
Already
Bernadette.
got a projected winner in Virginia. That would be Joe Biden.
That would be Joe Biden.
Oh,
I'm
already.
I've
Already in
got MSNBC
Virginia.
up here on my left-hand side up here with TV on over here. Can't hear nothing, but if they come up with anything, I'd be able to see it. So, so what else is going on? Anything new?
Well, I voted, but I voted a couple of days ago because,
Oh.
you know, we're in California. We got early voting and vote by mail. And I was notified by our infamous ballot track that my ballot made it
Your ballot
in
made it.
and was counted. And so my vote counted. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but my vote
Mine
counted.
did.
'Cause-
I hope.
and
it would-
it's good to know. And see, this is just proof that, you know, we already know how to do this.
Yes, we
But of
do.
course,
We're
the
getting damn good
Republican
at it.
Party, which
We're
likes to
getting we're
suppress
getting
the vote,
we're getting damn
doesn't want
good at it.
us to, have our votes counted this kind of way. But
Well,
yeah,
did you
California, we
see
do
my
things
video?
right. I
Did you
did.
you did see the video? Good,
I did.
because I want to
Yes.
call out my mail. That shirt I was wearing in that video,
It
Cat
was so
Daddy.
cute.
Oh, I love
Cat
it.
Dad.
I freaking love it. That was sent to me by Pauline Hall. Remember yesterday I called out Pauline for sending me shirts because I thought the shirts I got were from her because I knew she said shirt anyway. She shirt anyway. That would
And
be a tongue
and
twister.
those shirts that you called out that Pauline didn't send was sent by Louis Russo. We do
Louis
want to
Russo,
thank
who
our good old
sent
friend
me
Louis Russo. He
this
sent you 4
shirt,
shirts.
and I love this shirt because it says veterans, and it says are not suckers and losers. And I can't wait to wear this one into town because
Yes,
like I said,
that's true.
go ahead, say something. I'm ready. I'm ready for that discussion. Who said
Yeah,
that?
we are.
We all know who
We
said
are.
that. But
Yes, we
We
do.
are
yes,
not
this is
calling our veterans
number
suckers and losers.
2 of Louis Russo, who sent me the one I wore last live show, and this one, and then today Pauline Halls sent it. Got in the mail. I got three T-shirts. 2 of them my
The
kids
Cat
have
Daddy
already.
shirt was really cute. I do
It
like
was
it.
Ah,
cute.
And I want to say hi to everybody who's sending highs to me in the chat. And sorry, my fingers are not catching up
I
with
know.
all of that, but I am seeing your highs. And so hi to everybody in
hey,
the chat. Donald and Nonia and Diana Mallory's in the chat, and Blue Dot Greeter and Trudy Baker and
outstanding.
Gus and
And
Jean
Adina,
Jeanette
the
and
actress.
You
yeah,
can see all that, can you?
absolutely, absolutely.
You can read all of
We
that.
see all of you guys, all of them. Can you read all of it, John? I see you
Well,
don't
now
have your glasses on. How
there you
about them
go, baby.
eyeballs? How about them
I'm telling you.
eyeballs?
Do not have my
Excellent.
glasses on, and guess what? Hell yes, I can read every damn thing on this screen.
All
Everything
right.
on this screen.
Yay.
I can read
How
the chat.
about
I can read
that?
That's only one eye. They still
That's
got to do
only
the other eye.
one eye.
That's only one eye. But being able to read, because this just happened today. Because I went to the doctor early this morning, and nope, still having a little blurry vision in that eye, and it's really getting difficult to see. And then this afternoon, it was like a veil was lifted, and it started getting clear. But the most, I'll
You
tell you
told
what,
me you were able to
I
see
want to say
something,
this because
something special.
the most fantastic thing about this
Yes.
is the color that I am
The
seeing.
colors.
The color.
Yes.
I did not
Yes.
know my grass was that green. Shit, no, I didn't know leaves were that
Colors.
color, or the sky was that blue, or that those caution signs on the highway were really that yellow. But guess what? They are, baby, and I'm loving that part of it. I keep looking. I tell Marcia I keep looking over at our monitor, which has a security camera that points out to the front driveway. I can see anything on my street that moves, but I can see the trees, and the sky is blue, and all the grass around the road is green, and yeah, it doesn't sound like a whole big thing, but to me, yeah, I don't remember seeing that, not for years and years and years. So one eye down, one to
Colors.
go. I'm tickled,
Right
and
on.
I can read everything on this damn thing. Now that's only one eye. If I put my damn glasses on,
And
I can't see anything.
well, don't put the glasses on. We're
Nope,
doing good
nope.
right now. So,
No, the glasses are no
check out all
longer.
the colors, and that's going to be awesome. And you look great without your glasses on, John.
Well, thank you for lying so well. That's pretty good.
Oh,
You
well,
practice
you
that?
know.
Baby, you
I
can't
did.
make
I
a
stood
silk
in
purse
front
out
of
of
the
a
mirror
sow's
all
ear.
day just waiting to say that to you.
Yeah, thank you, but you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, baby, and I know what I look like.
Well,
I
you
used to
can.
be
It'll
pretty.
just be a
I look
sow's
at
ear
pictures.
purse.
I
That's
used to be
all.
pretty. Damn it. My wife told me it anyway, so I believe
Hi,
her.
Irene.
Anyway, what a night it's going to be for, I don't know, for who. We already know the outcomes of all of this. The only entertainment tonight is how big of a crowd does Nikki Haley get? That's the only question that we're going to be asking tonight.
Well, she's still pulling votes, and so, hey, I ain't mad at her. Yeah, if anybody want to keep Haley in the race, go 2 for bluer, okay?
Hey, guess what I looked up there on the damn screen, and I could read Biker Leo right there. I didn't have to guess who
Right
that
on.
was. That was Biker Leo.
Hey,
Hello, Leo.
Hey, bud.
How you doing?
I ain't doing terrible. I'm
Well, that's
got
good.
some health issues, and I guess
I
they're
seen that.
serious. But
I
outside of
seen
that,
that.
I'm glad to
Well,
see.
you know, the heart is kind of a little serious there, bub.
Yeah, maybe.
On the list of vital organs, I'm saying, you know. Right
Well,
up
it's not the heart so much as the arteries and the ones that go to the brain. That's
Yeah.
a little bit of a problem.
Well, we keep the ones open on the
But
brain. Bro.
John, you can
Right.
see color now. Man,
can
I never
see-
could, and I wish I could.
I'm telling you, that is the most amazing thing, and my wife is getting tired of me talking about it, because everything I look at now is I'm looking at it in a new way. Just I didn't know it was that color. I didn't know
To
this
see
was
that, I have to
Yeah.
put on a special pair of glasses that Valerie gave me. I love her for them, and I do. I look at
I
when I
remember
need
you.
to.
I remember when you got those.
Yeah,
think.
but
so John, I got a
I'm
question
just
for
so
you.
proud for you.
What color
Thank
did you vote today?
I voted straight blue, and it was the prettiest color blue you ever saw in your life.
And you know
Right
damn
on
well
the ballot,
I
baby.
did too.
You know, I like it because, you know, when you go in there, you have to make a choice between your Democratic ballot or what you call there your Republican ballot. And so, yeah, they swing the screen around so you can make your selection. That lady said, "Wait, just make your selection right there," and she's hanging right over my shoulder. So, yeah, okay, Democrat. You know, so there's no secret in there anyway. Everybody knows me when I walk in there, and they know damn good and well what ticket I'm voting on. And yeah, Tyler, me and him went together. Rose and Travis went separate, and with Mama, and well, no, Mama didn't go. She didn't get out this time.
Well,
But,
Val and I went down today
usually
too,
does.
and not just a couple hours ago. We did our thing, and it was one of those ones where they kind of looked at me and said, and I think somebody even said, "Well, we know what you're checking."
Yeah. Ain't no doubt who John's voting for when he walks in that door. I think everybody
Yep.
down there knows me. If they don't know me personally, they know who I am. There's that guy. That's him. Yeah. Proudly, baby, went in there and pulled that lever. Well, you don't pull
Yep.
levers either anymore. You push a button there. I mean, not even a button. It's a touchscreen thing. You know.
Well, actually,
Lot of
we
people
got
do.
buttons on ours.
Oh,
So
you got buttons?
yeah, and there's a little piece of paper that scrolls up when you're done too.
Oh, I got a little piece of paper, but you put it in after you do all your things there, and then it
That's
prints
some
it out, and
important
then
stuff.
you recheck it before you stick it in the machine that actually counts the vote.
You
I
know,
wanna thank-
in all of that, John, we just saw a thing today that everybody needs to take to heart deeply. Going even to primaries is important. Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
I know what's going to happen in that
Oh.
primary here, and I know what was going to happen. I mean, I'm the secretary of the party up here.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I was one of the people that made it so that there had to be a primary for one of the local offices.
Right.
The point is, it is crucial no matter what the election is, and it's even more so now because of the news today. Kristen Sinema is somebody that
Yep.
all of us occasionally want to go off on because you know she was definitely a well,
Occasionally.
I don't know if she was a dino or not. But the point is, we have also lost another moderate that is not going to seek reelection. And that is huge. Look who is saying they're not going to go again. It's the moderates. And this divide has got to end.
Oh man, the divide's not going to be over until after this election. I don't know when, and that's Ruben Gallego. He's the one running in Arizona to take Kristen Sinema's seat. She's decided not to run again. So if you got a couple extra bucks there, chump into. Oh, well, I guess that's why there's still the election coming. This is just primary, so. But that's who we hope is going to.
Yeah,
take
well,
her
you
spot.
know,
Lake is trying out there
crazy
too.
as Carrie Lake is out there still running
Yeah.
for something
I
out
don't know
there.
how
so
that's still happening.
1 or 2 for blue, Gallegos, and we'll just go ahead and move him into Cinema's seat. She needs to go anyway. Bye,
Yeah.
Felicia.
Yeah, bye.
Well,
She's not
I mean,
gonna miss
the
that all.
bottom line of all of it, though, is that this time around, it absolutely has to be everybody on the line. John, we've said that for 5-6 years now. We said it before the last presidential election. But this one is even more so. And I
Oh,
do not give a fuck if you don't like Joe Biden's age. I do not care
I'll
if
take
you
Joe Biden's
feel
age over Donald Trump's brain any day. Who is that?
exactly.
Stephen Colbert saying that he'd vote for Joe Biden's head in a jar before he would vote
Okay.
for Biden. I mean, vote for Trump.
Yep.
Hey, let me call out a real quick
Well, the whole
Bob K.
point is there ain't
Hold on.
nothing more important right now.
No,
We have
no.
to get out there.
It's all
Every
about
one of
numbers,
us.
buddy. It's everybody on the line. That's what I keep saying.
And if
Nobody
we
stays in the
all go
bunker, baby.
out, we
Everybody gets
win.
in the line. Yes, and I was
If
so
we
proud
all
today.
go out, we win.
We do indeed. Let me get this quick thank you
Period.
in. Bob K came in with a $2 donation. Said, "Remember back in the '70s when I saw colors? Remember back in the '70s when I saw colors? Yeah, I do. Vaguely remembered it, but it's coming through now.
Now
Yeah,
we have a president that will stand there in front of a crowd
you know,
of African American people and say, "Oh, the only color I can see is black."
Oh,
Well, he's
buddy.
Leo,
pandering son
Leo,
of a bitch.
Watch it now,
Don't
Leo.
set me
Leo.
off.
Leo,
Don't
have you
set
seen
me
our
off.
new shirt, Leo?
I did see your new shirt. I like it a lot. I'm jealous of
Be
your
careful.
shirts, man. You know that.
Be careful. Don't set her off. She's gonna. That whole box of fireworks is fixing to go off.
That is one topic, and especially that particular bullshit he spilled out that
Oh
fucking
yeah.
weekend.
You
That will
believe?
set
You believe
me
it?
off.
Oh, I believe he said it. That's who
Yeah,
Donnie
Oh no,
is.
I watched him say
you
that
actually
Where's my
shit.
need to
African
vote for
American?
me
Where's
because
my
you're
African
criminals
American?
too.
That guy. Yeah, he said it because he's ignorant
Mm,
and he's
yeah.
pandering to a certain group in this country, and ain't that pitiful? He knows who his target is. His market. They're white Christian
Stupid people that
nationalists. They're
like
stupid
what
people. At this point,
he,
even watching the returns today, and you're seeing him coming in with 60, 70% of the vote or whatever it is, and I'm just thinking, really? That's your man. If any one of you sit out there and listen to any of his speeches, it's dribble. It's bullshit. It's obvious bullshit. And I don't know how some people still suck it up. Hey, Ed
and
Petty
more and
Jr.
more
came in.
cognitively impaired.
And yeah, if you want to talk about who's impaired, it
More
ain't
and
Joe
more.
Biden, baby. It ain't Joe Biden. It's Donnie Boy who can't keep a thought in his head more than 2 seconds before he's off on a
Lady,
tangent.
lady.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, let me thank Ed Beatty Jr. who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Is it true? Bonnie will not be removed? Sounds good to me." I don't know. Is that the news? Is that did they get a ruling on that? On the judge said
I
anything?
didn't hear anything.
Somebody
I didn't
back
hear.
that up because, in all actuality, I just read an article just 20 minutes ago that said that Trump's lawyers are asking them to bring in a couple more witnesses to show it's all about the time frame of the affair and blah blah blah.
But they
Oh,
had
please.
the closing statements already.
Yeah,
don't
but
think-
they're
Yeah, it's
asking
in the
for two
judge's
more
hand.
witnesses. So
Hey,
I don't know
I'd
about
say
Bonnie
sorry,
Willis
buddy.
being still there.
If they remove her from this case, it would just be an injustice. It would be purely politically motivated to take her off this case.
It would surprise
There-
the shit out of me too, because that judge seems to be about as level-headed and fair as many I've ever seen.
To quote Bonnie Willis, she's not the one on trial here.
Yeah,
She's not the one on trial. The other people are on trial. Those people for trying to steal an election. And she's right. And they're trying to turn it into
And
anything
so,
but that.
what exactly is the evidence that they're going to use to remove her from this? Because I didn't hear any, and I listened to the
I
whole
didn't see any
shit.
evidence. Of course, there
and
you go,
caboodle.
asking for evidence. They did the same thing in the Biden investigation into Hunter Biden. They wanted evidence. Like, you could just pull evidence out of your butt or something,
They got a new guy for that one too, John. They found there's somebody that they want to bring in that's another very credible witness.
Very credible witness.
whatever.
The guy
Craig.
is in prison for stealing millions of dollars from
well, there you go.
reservations.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. He's credible.
Yeah, real credible,
Yeah, we'll believe him.
More like incredible.
Yeah. I don't know what it's, at this point, because looking at some of the polls earlier I saw on the idiot box, uh, even people when they polled the Republicans, even if Donnie is convicted of a crime, will you still support him? 79%. Hell yeah. How are you going to rescue that portion of those people? They're awash
The other
in it.
question is, what the
They've
fuck
done
is
taken
wrong
a
with those
baptismal
people?
in that shit. And I don't. At this point, if you don't realize who Donald Trump is, then I have a tendency to feel sorry for you in your ignorance because I don't know any other excuse for it. You can come up with all sorts of bullshit about, oh, I like his policies. What policies? What policies
John,
did
you
you
remember
like?
that thing that got me in so much trouble a while back because I said it out loud?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
that's still the very reason that they're behind him.
Yeah. Well,
You know it
he
is. You
he
know it
knows
is.
his market. He knows his market. And
Uh-huh.
that's who's carrying his ass. White Christian nationalists, those people who think that they're the salvation of this country. That the white man, you hear it in his speeches. He's still talking about poisoning the blood of America. Still talking about the people coming across the border are from institutions and jails and they're all coming over here with blood in their teeth wanting to rape your daddy. That's the
And
picture that the
but that's
Republicans
the
have
whole
painted.
point.
And
That's the whole
that's all
point.
they
He
have to
has
sell.
always played the racist. Always.
Oh, sure. Because somebody hates somebody all the time. You know,
I mean, you know what?
ain't it sad?
You just hit it,
And
John.
this is
That's what
2024.
it is. It's find whatever the
Hey,
hatred of today is and glom onto it. That's what he did.
I think it is a residual from the fact that the white racist assholes in this country, and you know who you are out there, they lost their shit when
Including
Obama
that
was
one that
elected.
lives down the street from you and
Oh
me.
yeah, oh the one flying the rebel flag down there, right next to the American flag down there, yeah, because he can't make up his fucking mind. Yeah, I suggested they get the Russian flag out there and fly it there too. They seen some guy coming out and he was talking about, well, Russia's not our enemy. I don't know what the problem is. Are you shitting me? Do you know how many nuclear submarines they got with missiles pointed at us? It just the ignorance.
Yeah,
of it.
but they're not our enemy. Don't now you know? And
Yeah, no,
how
don't have to
has
worry
he,
about them. Nothing about that. Don't worry.
John, how the hell has he shifted public sentiment to there?
Because he sells hate and patriotism, baby. And that's getting the flag out there, waving it around, having an eagle fly by or some shit. Play the music there, make you feel all pumped up for your country, and then sell you shit. You know, what is that? You can fool some of the people some of the time, some of the people all the time.
That was Abraham Lincoln.
Some of them people all the time, that's them. That's them. That's where they come from. Those
and by the
people that you can
way,
fool.
I'm
All
just
you have
going
to
to
do is
say
wave
it
a
right
flag.
out here, and John is going to piss off some of the people that might be watching
don't
this.
be pissing off nobody, Leo. Okay.
No,
You're going to be pissed
yeah,
off at you, not
we
me.
just lost one of those redneck, stupid, fucking idiot, and almost no talent at all idiots. And I do not give a shit. Goodbye, racist.
Who?
Be
Goodbye.
specific.
Yeah. Which
Country
racist?
music star.
Oh, which one?
Y'all missed all that?
I missed everything,
I-
buddy. Last 2 days I've
yeah,
been getting my eyes
I
tickled.
don't follow that stuff.
Who is it? Give me a hint. Give me
I,
a song. Give me a
shit. Not Lee Greenwood. The other one that Trump always plays is all of his fucking rallies.
Wait.
I'm not at his rallies, so I don't know that either.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ain't been
It was
following his
Toby
rally.
Keith. There we go.
Are you shitting
Toby
me?
Keith?
Now
Yeah.
that he's dead? Now that Toby Keith passed away, he's going to play? Yeah. If I was Toby Keith, I'd be rolling over in my grave.
Well, all I know is he was one of those ones that Trumpy just loved, and all those people that love
Everybody
that
in the
kind of
chat
hatred
saying
and racism glommed
Keith.
right onto him. And goodbye, Toby Keith. I don't care.
Yeah. Boy, howdy shit.
Bought a Toby Keith record ever. Sorry.
Oh, I do. I got some. I got some Toby Keith. I'm not. I don't know.
Ain't
what
got
he
no
used to
Toby
sing.
Keith on my
Got no-
anything.
Well, I wouldn't imagine you. I don't expect you being a big country
Hey,
fan.
John, Bernadette, everybody, I am sorry. I have been running off at the mouth, and we have not said hello to Craig coming into the room.
Oh, I did. I said hi, Craig, and he ignored the shit out of me. I just figured he's got a chump on his shoes. You know,
He's
I
just
didn't hear,
didn't want. That's what he
I didn't hear any hi, Craig. First of all, John,
I said hi, Craig.
your thank God your surgery went well. And secondly, thank you for putting on Earth, Wind, and Fire before you came out
I
live.
moved up to the 70s. I went out of the 60s and went into the 70s.
Wait a
Just
minute,
say
I
that-
missed that. What'd you play?
Oh,
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth-
What song did you play?
Oh, shit, I'd have to bring it back up again. I can't do that.
September's the big
It's
one.
a button. I'd have to hit a
November.
button
That was the one. November. That
No,
was the one.
September.
that one was playing.
September. Of course, Christmas time is December.
Hey, yeah, hey, you know what? You're still on the other time. We're about to jump into the daylight savings time. That's
Thank
messing you up,
God.
man.
Thank God.
You know. Anyway, what are your thoughts? What are
I'll
everybody's
never
thoughts about?
smoke weed with Willie again. See, that's a good Toby Keith song.
You hear that?
Hey,
the
there's John and
Supreme Court-
Carolyn.
Oops. Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying hello to Johnny Carlin, who just popped in the room, who recently volunteered at their Democratic National Headquarters there in North Carolina. And I'm just so proud of him anyway. Super Tuesday, baby.
Thank you for
Hey.
doing that, sir.
Yeah, 6 hours yesterday.
Wow.
Do what? What?
6 hours they worked yesterday.
Oh, they worked 6 hours. See,
Mhm.
I got my eyes fixed. Didn't get my ears fixed yet. I'm working on it. One part at a time.
Sorry, I
One
was
part at a time
whispering.
here, baby.
I'll talk louder, John.
I know. Okay. Travis keeps telling me, Dad, you have to put your mouth next to the mic. Well, I don't want to get, you know. Anyway, I'm trying to get a
Just so
button
that
mic. I want
everybody
a button
knows,
mic.
Trump is the projected winner in Virginia. However, Nikki Haley came up with 35.1% of the votes so far.
That's more than a third.
That's a
That's
chunk.
more than a
That's
That's
third.
a
number.
chunk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
We
she's
see
holding
Biden's
30s
numbers
in
within
both
his
Virginia
party.
and Vermont.
She ain't gonna win, but a lot of those votes
Nope.
will go to Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Right.
There are some
Maybe.
Nikki
Republicans that they've interviewed that said they will not vote for Trump no matter what. If they have to hold their nose, as one of them said, and vote for Biden, that's what they'll do. Good.
You know
I'm
what,
all-
though, John?
I'm
Here's
tickled to
here's
death.
another one of those things. I gotta put
What?
it out there.
But
If we don't start thinking about a very important thing, those people do not like our left policies. They really don't. And somewhere along the line, we've got to really bridge the gap to them. The ones that just can't go with somebody that's as crooked as is Donald Trump. Those people that just can't go there, there is a possibility that we can bring them to our side.
you know, this conversation really is kind of going on between some of the family may have heard me talk about him. His name is Russ. I don't want to, go any deeper, really, because our friendship is blossoming. He started it on TikTok. He came in and kind of badmouthed me a little bit and argued with me a little bit. And over the months, me and this guy have been talking back and forth because I would answer his comments. And he's a pretty intelligent guy. He's not stupid. But this conversation has gone back and forth, and it gets more pleasant, I don't know what the word is I'm looking. Anyway, it's getting nicer. We're nicer to each other. We talk back and forth,
Cordial. You're getting more cordial.
Yeah, more cordial. And I've told him on the video a couple of times because nobody knows what I'm talking about. I always say, Russ, I'm going to get you, buddy. I'm dragging you over to my side. And only he is going to know that message. And, well, now y'all do too, but he's not listening here. He listens.
I'd like to talk to the man at some point or another.
I would too. I'm one step at a time. I don't want to kiss on the first date, I just want to.
You'd be amazed
But he is.
what I've done
He's a
on first
nice
date.
guy, and he his last comments were to me was about the election and whatnot, and I was talking about it doesn't matter what the election says. If Donald Trump doesn't win, he's going to say he did, and Russ's answer was to me, well, to him, if he loses, he loses, and that's it, and that's good. That's good. You know, get that shit out of your mind that, well, we're going to go and he's the winner anyway, and there was foul play. And
What
all
happened
this
in
shit.
2020?
Yeah. And, but I like the guy. I like the guy. And I want the conversation to continue, because you're right, Leo. At some point, we can only hope that we move past this time in our history when the politic has been so vile, so hateful, family against family, friend against friend, a divided
Neighbor
nation,
against neighbor.
neighbor against neighbor, baby. You know, and we got, at some point you have to heal that.
We
And
got to
if that
bridge
takes,
it.
and if that takes the first step, like I tell everybody, the way these people on my street treated me, I wave at every one of them when I go down that street. If they're outside and I can see them, I wave to them. How you doing? How you doing? Good day.
I forget which
Yeah.
town didn't get burnt to Savannah, I believe, was the
Except
one
what
that
one?
didn't get burnt to the ground by Sherman's army, because the people there killed him with kindness. And
Well,
some of that has to happen. We have to look at these people. We have to understand that every one of their conservative ideals is not a terrible thing. It's just not the way we see it exactly.
well, if I'm going to get into a damn argument nowadays, or you know, speaking of Toby Keith, that when it comes to fighting, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. And you know, that's
There
the
you
way I
go.
look at it. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to fight my neighbors. I don't want to, you know, have that in my life, in my kids' life, in your life, in our neighborhoods, in our towns, in our society. You know, at some point, we got bigger fish to fry. Hey, let me thank Terry, who came in with a $10 donation. Are you shitting me? It was supposed to say that, but anyway. And we're all going to get a good taste of that, because have y'all seen this new satellite they have up now, that you will be able to sit at home on your iPad, on your computer in there, and pull up this satellite and look at where all the methane gas is escaping from.
Well, that's depressing. I don't think I'd want to do that.
90% of it coming from Donald J. Trump. But
Well,
okay.
out of his ass or mouth, one. But
Yeah.
you
It
know,
don't matter. They're hooked up together.
I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna. What I told Travis and Tyler earlier, we was talking about this, because it is gonna afford, information is power, they say, and this is gonna give the public access to this kind of information, which you're gonna look at everywhere on the planet. It's gonna take an hour and a half for this satellite to rotate the Earth, so that's pretty damn flying. Anyway, you're gonna be able to see if methane gas is coming out from any areas. You're gonna be able to see it on this satellite. Now, here's the thing. You don't think that's going to impact everybody when Bubba looks down there at that thing? Look at there. You can see right. Hey, wait a minute. Zoom in right. Hey, that's right next door to my. You don't think that guy's going to be pissed off he's got a methane leak right next to his property? Oh, yeah, he's not going to be happy about that. You know who he's going to call? He's going to call that gas company over there, or that oil company that owns that well. And he's going to take him into a suit to clean that damn
That's
well
what
off.
you got there, John. You
That's
got to
what you got
remember, a
looking for.
lot of that is landfills, too.
A lot of landfills, but down here
are
in Texas,
releasing so much.
oh, baby.
He says cow butts.
Cow butts. Lots of cattle
Well, they
in
do.
Texas. I think we're going to
Only
be
thing
looking
farts
at
more
more
than a
methane
cow
from,
is a Boston
from
Terrier.
oil and gas production and stuff like that. You know, that's where they're going to be looking, and it's going to be a thing. I told my son, you wait. When they perfect this and everybody's out there looking, and Bubba looks down there and sees this big old cloud coming out right next to his property, you don't think Bubba's going to be pissed off? Oh, hell yeah. More precisely, Bubba's wife is going to be pissed off, and she don't want that shit next door. So
They're going
do
to
something,
be awfully
baby.
surprised when they find out that methane is also leaking from the Arctic.
And there is a big
In
problem.
numbers way
baby.
larger than any climate scientists had expected, because of the permafrost melting up there. The leaking of methane gas is serious in the Arctic, and
And if
that's
that
not
goes,
something
baby,
that they had
that
taken
shuts
into
down that old
consideration
conveyor belt of
when
the.
they
Yeah,
absolutely, John. And
yeah.
they're already
We got
saying
big
that the
problems.
AMOC is shutting
And
down.
here we
Oh,
are quibbling
we
over
got
this
big
shit.
problems anyway. because our country runs on fossil fuels,
Hey,
and
biggest oil and gas
this-
producer in the world, United States of America,
Yep.
baby. We beat everybody.
Yep.
So when they're out there seeing them commercials out there, we need to get independence. We're already independent. We produce more oil and gas in this country than anybody else in the world, Saudi Arabia included. Number
One
one,
of the
baby.
things that we're missing in all of that, Dan,
I have a video on my phone that not only showed methane, but NASA released a video of the carbon that's released into the air over a year's period
Lord,
of
have
time,
mercy.
and how the carbon producing nations, it starts in the north, because all the carbon producing nations are in the north hemisphere of the whole entire planet, and that would include us. And then the carbon gradually consumes the whole entire planet within a year's time. And you
Just
can
Coggins
see
has the answer.
but there ain't no
We
global
need to
warming.
evolve into reptiles. That's all.
One
you
of
know
the
what?
things that goes hand in hand with
Evolving
that.
into a reptile is not going to help, because they
They're
breed
gonna
this
die
shit
too.
Well, guys, this is a very serious one. One
No,
of
it
the
is hella
big,
serious.
one of the very big contributors to the problem with methane is our sewage treatment plants and water treatment facilities. And what they're doing with it is just putting it out onto fields as a biofertilizer. It's human shit. But from that,
You
now,
got
the
poop in
whole
your
thing
carrots.
is, it doesn't have to be done that way. That waste can be used, and the methane can be siphoned off at a profit right now. And we don't have that waste going out there like that. And that methane is basically free energy. Came out of your ass, but it's free energy.
Soylent Green comes to mind. Don Cheeto says drinking cancer infused. Yeah, that's where we're headed eventually. Shit. I remember seeing the damn movie. Anyway, we have big major problems in this world. You know, our political problems in here in this country are consuming us, and it consumes just about all of our energy. As a matter of fact, it consumes everything. You know, they're talking. I noticed today, and this is the kind of shit that just kind of bothers me sometimes, when they start talking about how much candidates have spent on their campaign. Well, look at here, they done spent millions, 100 millions over here, and 100 millions over there, and man, you're talking about billions and billions of dollars on advertising.
Mm-hmm.
On advertising. What do you think you could do with that money? With that kind of money? Homeless crisis? Food shortages across this country? Improvement in schools and education?
But then you have the likes of Laura Trump telling you that if you do not get behind him, then you're not getting any money.
Well, that's basically what it is over there on that side, ain't it? Pay to play.
Well, you know what?
That's
Fuck Lord
all
Trump,
it is over there.
because
Yeah.
he ain't got no money anyway. Them fuckers
No.
are broke.
No. As a matter of fact, I hear Donnie's gonna
Absolute
go to
truth.
Ivanka and ask her for a loan, man. See if Jarrett's got a couple $100 million laying around he's not using at the moment. That's who walked out. You know, they hunting after Hunter Biden, going after him. Are you shitting me? Did you see what Jared Kushner did and what
Yeah,
Ivanka
well,
Trump did?
here's the thing. Here's the thing, John.
Huh.
Fuck Trump has a real big problem, because he filed for these appeals with the court, and yet he did not put up bonds to go along with the appeals,
Yeah, he
which
got the money.
effectively gives the creditors in his case the legal right to go after his assets as of now.
You could
Okay,
have just left
so
it and
He will
go
put
after
that
his
money
ass.
up,
Just
though, and
period.
bet who
Yeah.
Just
it
period.
comes from.
Yeah. So
He'll find that money, and it'll come from the Saudis, or it'll come from the Chinese.
It doesn't matter at this point, because he didn't put the money up when he filed for the appeals. The creditors can already go after it, and should they
I wanna see the
acquire
plane, too.
what they need prior to him putting up a bond, he don't get that shit back.
I want to see the plane towed away. Come on now. Hello, Sissy.
No. the
Hold on.
overinflated price of Mar-a-Lago, it will probably
Oh.
sell, even with the name attached, $300 million.
Tops.
That ain't enough to cover your problem there,
Not
Donnie.
even cut. No.
He got $1 million a week on just fines attached to that shit and counting. Cha-ching, cha-ching,
And counting.
cha-ching.
I like that. In counting.
I
Hello, Sissy
heard
Puss.
today. Oops.
Oh, go ahead. Well, yes. Let's welcome Sissy Puss into the conversation.
Yes,
Hi.
please do. Hey, Sis Fuss.
How you doing, darling?
Well, trying to get over being pissed off after yesterday and not doing such a
Yeah.
good job about it.
What happened yesterday? Wait a minute.
Well, when they
Be more
ruled that Trump
specific
could
about
go,
your reasons, huh?
my reason when they ruled that Trump could be on the ballot, where they're just
Oh, yeah.
rolling it
Oh,
over
yeah.
that it's Congress, which
Oh.
is bullshit. But the one thing that's pissing me off even more than that is nobody's doing anything. Remember back in the day when we used to it was like immediate backlash, and you know, a bunch of people, the truckers would get together, everybody would get together, and it's like everybody's just sitting here and letting it go by.
Ain't it sad?
It's
You know,
very
Ain't it
aggravating.
sad?
one of the things that I noticed yesterday, yesterday was the 4th, when the verdict came down, or the ruling came down from the Supreme Court. AP had a live feed outside the Supreme Court, and there was nobody there. Nobody.
There's a
The
problem
steps
right there.
were empty. There is
Right.
a problem.
I'm
there
looking at the screen now.
because
It says "Do 2 for blue." Right now, that dude. I want to see a crowd in front of the Supreme Court. A massive crowd in front of the Supreme Court.
that's what we're used to seeing, but that's not how we roll nowadays. We
No.
roll
Are you shitting
social
me?
media
Outstanding.
nowadays. Everything's done on social media.
Everything.
Let's hide behind the
So
screen.
gathering together and having a march in front of the Supreme Court and letting the judges know that they're totally against 70% of the American people in their latest decision again.
Again.
You know,
This is a
we're
very
not going
unpopular
to see
court right now.
It is.
Well, did you hear it
unpopular,
that the
illegitimate, unethical. Anything else you want to add on to?
And there's reason for that. When you say
They're,
unethical,
exactly. They're so unpopular for cause.
everybody knows Clarence Thomas should have already been stepped down. He should already removed himself from the court. If he had any
John,
integrity left in his damn ass, he would get off the court, but he's not.
Right,
Because he's
several
not in
days
it
ago.
for the law and for justice
John,
and all that
you
bullshit.
have
He's
to
in it for the
have
money, baby.
integrity in order to lose integrity. He
And
came to the
he
court
doesn't have to.
with
He doesn't have it.
with pubic hairs in his Coke can. Remember?
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
There is
Hey,
no
folks, I love
integrity
y'all, but
in this man.
there's people wanting to get in the room, and I'm about done anyway. So I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Do what you're supposed to. If it's too late today, but damn it, if you missed voting, don't do that again.
Don't do that again.
I love
We'll come
all
out
of
there
you.
and
I'll
smack
talk to you soon.
We'll come smack your hand.
Hey, John.
Leo, take care of yourself.
John.
Thank you for coming
And
in.
it's not too late because the polls are still open
That's
over
right.
here on the West Coast.
That's right.
Yep.
It is not too late. So if
Yes,
you're
we're
on the
talking to
West
you.
Coast or anywhere out this way in the West, the polls are still open. It is not too late. Get your ass over to the polls
Get
and
your
do
ass
your
to the poll.
civic duty.
John,
Indeed. Yes, dear.
you want to grab Nymeria? She's got her hand up.
I
Yes.
saw that just now, right after I called out Linda Gallup for coming in with a $10 donation and said, vote blue. We cannot let that orange piece of vomit goose step his way back into the Oval Office again. And may I point out how far away I am from that screen, and I read it with no damn glasses. I'm just bragging.
Woot, woot,
I'm
woot,
just
woot,
saying.
woot.
Yes, yeah, I'm
Hey-
tickled to
hey,
death
John.
with this shit.
Are you
Oh,
shitting me?
Speaking
are you
about
shitting
speak-
me?
Oh,
Louis Russo
Speaking
came in with $10 and said, got here late, no glasses, John? No, Louis, I'm done with them, baby. And I read your comment without them. And that comment's way the fuck over here. Hey, like that shit. Way over there.
speaking about the Supreme Court, did you see that
Yes.
the Supreme Court's asking for $19.8 million in security for get their own police department to protect their homes
Oh, fuck
because of
them.
evolving risk. Because of
Are-
evolving
are-
risk.
Are they
It's the
afraid to
highest
live in the
judicial-
society that we are all forced to live in?
You know what America's problem is? We need to take
Nice.
a few pages from France. Their government is afraid of the people, not the other way around.
Correct.
And I mean, France, their people stood up against their government and basically said, "Fuck off! You're working for us." Here,
Hey, that sounds like
everybody
an
is
idea.
afraid of the. Everybody here is afraid of the damn government, and it goes back to what we were saying: the complacency. You cannot make action. Yesterday, I am not shitting you. I sent this.
I don't
this
think it's fear of the government, Sisyphus. I think we're
It's just
too damn complacent. We take a
complacency.
lot
Yes.
for granted in this country when
We
we
do.
shouldn't be taken granted for nothing.
No,
That's
now
exactly
it's all
it.
about trying to get people motivated to get out there. You know,
Right.
the reasons are there. The motivations have to be stimulated. Nymeria.
Hello,
Hello.
John.
Hello, Tina. How are you, darling?
Oh, just Ducky. Thank you very
Just
much.
Ducky. I love that. Good. Why do I
Well-
think you're blowing smoke up my butt?
No, I'm not that hard, but hey, Bern. Hey, Mitchy Chick. Hi, Craig.
Hey,
Hey, Sisyphus.
Hey.
Listen. Okay, I'm just going to cut to the chase, right?
Get right
Can
to
you
it,
hear
go
me?
girl.
for it.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
So, Supreme Court decides to take this freaking case, which allows this freaking monster of a human being to continue to dip and dodge away from what is supposed to
Yeah.
be his due justice, his accountability. The justice should prevail here, but it's not. And I was telling Byrne earlier, I was like, I have just come to the final conclusion that this man is a traitor. We shouldn't call him anything else. When we're
Yes.
referring to him about anything he does, he is a traitor. And guess what? I also came to the conclusion
What?
that anybody who supports him is also a traitor.
Works in my
Absolutely.
book, baby.
Are
Works in my
traitorous,
book.
and they are against
Ignorance is not an
the
excuse
people.
anymore.
It's gotten to the point where this is how I'm looking at it again. You are either a traitor or you are for the people. You can't be both. You are
Nope.
either a traitor or you are for the people. We the people. I don't care what else
Yeah,
came
those
after
words
they
should
went
ring
down.
well in every
I
one
don't
of us.
care
We the
what
people.
other words that
It
they
starts
use to
right there.
propagandize we the people. So if you are not with we the people, in my eyes, you are a traitor. Plain and simple.
Absolutely true.
It works for me.
Start calling
It
these
works for me.
traitors out, and we need to call them traitors. The Supreme Court is full of traitors. The Democratic
I see a
Party is
trend here.
full of traitors too, by the way. Let's not just pretend that we're over here being angels. No, we're feeding the same treacherous monster. This is traitor. These are traitors. This is the simplest words you can get your point across to identify somebody. Once they start with the blah, 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 and you know it does not support the people, you know that person is a
You know.
traitor. It's that simple.
You know, we're trying to move
I can't say,
this
I don't know
country
how
forward.
to make it more succinct
No,
than that.
no, I fully
We have
understand.
people walking
Don't-
around delusional, delulu, and daft. Okay, I understand people are easily brainwashed. You can see and you can understand why people are brainwashed because they've been brainwashing us for years, for generations. This isn't brand new. It's the level that it's happening at the same time while we're having this technological thing that is creating sociological problems in our society that we're not even addressing. But right now, we're at that crucible point where you are either for good, to use biblical
evil.
terms, you are either for good or for bad. And for using scientific terms, you are either for positive or you are for negative. There's no in between.
Mm-mm. No,
No,
not
there's
anymore.
not.
And this is the time where
This
people
is-
have to stand up and make the declaration, what side are you on? Are you for we the people or not?
Or we for Donnie. because that's what it
These,
boils
you
down
know,
to. They are
I
not,
look at all of these.
he's
Listen,
not getting
all
his
these
support.
services, all
He's
these
not.
local services. I don't mean to be rude, John. Please
No,
let
go
me
ahead.
just
Go ahead, darling.
dump this out. All these services in the United States throughout these social services and human services systems, or whether you call education, anything that serves the people, hospitals, all of these services have been corrupted. Every single one
Oh,
of
yeah.
them have been corrupted. They turned into either money-making machines or propaganda machines.
Well, that's
And the
what's
bottom
coming down the
line is
line.
we now have a society that is suffering for all of the things that we did. We are suffering.
Well,
And the thing is,
don't
it's
think
not
we didn't
getting
bring
better.
this on it ourselves as a society. Remember, we
We
elected
did.
this man in
We did.
2016. We elected him
We did this. But you
within
know what?
our
This is
system.
but John, this is a long-standing debt that we need to pay because it started before Trump, even before
Oh,
Trump was born, and even before the generation that was this country was born. Let me
this
tell you,
fight
this
is eternal,
country
baby.
has a lot of problems. It's been going all around the world, just like all of the other colonizers, all of the rest of the Western world, and killing people and doing heinous things to people. And
Seems
we
seems
have
to
our
me
own
that history keeps repeating itself, doesn't it?
because we don't learn. We're stupid.
Well, you can
Human
say that.
beings are not
Yeah,
human beings are not all listen, the humans that lived 10,000 years ago were smarter than we are.
well, they still had the same motivation: kill the other guy, get rid of the other guy, so you can have it all. That's what got me so pissed off about the guy in line at the voting booth talking about supporting Donald in his reunification with Russia, I guess. And he said that we don't have a problem. Russia's not our enemy. We don't have any problems with Russia. We should get along. Are you shitting me? Look around, buddy.
Listen, I'm telling
John,
There's
you.
just some people that just you can't
can
put a
I
picture.
interrupt for one moment?
Go ahead.
Can I
Bernie.
interrupt for one moment?
Go ahead.
John,
Yeah.
can you pull your beard aside and read your shirt again, please? Some
It
people
says
in the
veterans,
in the
baby.
chat need to see that.
Veterans
And for you,
are
Tina.
not suckers and losers. That was sent to me by Louis Russo. And I am. I'm looking. I haven't worn this one out in town yet. I'm fixing to because I'm wearing it now, which means I just put it on, which means tomorrow I'll be wearing this shirt when I go to town and everything because I don't want to, you don't put on a shirt, take it right off,
Veterans are
put it
not
on.
what?
Thank you for that.
Got to wear it at least a day or something.
What's the bottom say?
It says veterans are not suckers and losers. I'm waiting for the comment from anybody that wants to challenge this shirt.
Yeah.
Because we
Who
all
said
know who
that?
said it. We all know
Who?
who said it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Thing.
That
that entity.
disgusting draft dodger. That's what I
That
call him
thing.
constantly. If I write about him, I throw in the words draft dodger. He was playing
listen, let me
baseball
tell
and
you.
tennis while he was saying, "Oh, I got bone spurs. Kiss my ass. Somebody went in his place."
But listen, this entity that we discuss all the time and spend too much time focused on, this thing that causes chaos and destruction and gets a kick out of seeing other people
The
in
threat to
pain.
this country.
He's just a reflection of what other people believe as well. These diehard people.
Isn't that terrible though, Tina?
Yes, of course.
That's what we was talking about a minute ago. His white Christian nationalists, his crowd, he came to power for one reason, because this country had the audacity to elect a black man as president. When
That's
Obama was elected,
exactly
and
it.
he is one of the best presidents I ever saw in my lifetime, and they got pissed. They came out with all their signs and their voodoo dolls and all this bullshit. Every racist asshole in this country came crawling out and formed
From under the rock.
Tea Party. And then from the Tea Party, they merged into the Freedom Caucus.
Yep.
And they're in Congress.
It allowed them to make themselves known and to have justification for being a white supremacist.
Indeed. See what y'all did? Look what y'all did. Y'all elected a black man. We'll not have that in this country. Oh, we'll just march on this shit. Look at this sign I made. Yeah. It's that kind of bullshit, and that's the same shit that Trump is selling right now.
Yeah.
In any way he can. When he's talking about poisoning the blood of this country, you think about what he is saying. The blood of this country is immigrant blood.
Yep.
It is immigrant blood. Every bit of blood in this country, unless you're pure-blooded Native American, your ass
That's
is an
right.
immigrant. You know, but he demonizes them. And that's
don't
the
have
mantra of
pure
the
blood.
the
You don't have to
border
be
has become the issue
pure-blooded.
that they designed it to be.
You don't
That
have
is
to be
exactly.
pure-blooded to be American. You don't have to be pure-blooded, what they call Native American, to be an American today. You know, people don't seem to know the difference between nationality, ethnicity, and and and
Yeah.
and how they identify themselves. I
I
mean,
want
it's
to know who
ridiculous.
who in the world thinks they are of pure blood of just one race continually
Huh.
through the thousands and thousands of years of history that you got here by. You know, it's not there,
Listen, you
buddy.
know, they pick and
There's an
choose the
iguana
history they
somewhere in
want
your
to know.
background, as far as I know.
They pick and choose the history they want to know because they pick
That is
and it's just like
exactly it.
the rest of us. I mean, this is a
Yeah.
human characteristic. We all do it.
Sure.
We tend to seek out information that reinforces. This is a human trait. Nobody doesn't do this.
I went and checked
We
it out
seek out
myself.
information.
I asked the computer, "Am I handsome?" It came back and said yes. Ah, there you
We
go.
seek out
See?
information,
Mirror, mirror.
information that qualifies or reinforces what we already believe. And so this is something that we're all subject to, and it's understandable. The question is, what is it that you believe? And if your beliefs are about hate and destruction and chaos and about
Trump's
being
your guy.
superior to other people, then there's something wrong with you. There's a psychopathy happening in your head.
But there's a market
There's a
for him.
form of
Yes,
psychopathy.
there is.
There's a market for him, and that's what
And
Trump
listen,
taps into.
we don't have
Yep.
mental health services anymore. We've got homeless people like we've never had, maybe since the depression back in the turn of the century, the other century. We've got tent cities. People can't get health care. We send money to countries that are committing genocide on other
Yeah.
countries, and they have health care
Oh,
for
don't
their
think that this
citizens.
country doesn't have
But we
blood on
don't
its
have.
hand in many different ways.
I never
We
said
have
that.
always had blood on our
Listen,
hands
they
in
got
one
all
form
kind
or
of blood
whether.
of my ancestors.
We
They
left
got
a lot
all
of it
the
in
blood of
Southeast
my
Asia, baby. We left a lot of it in Southeast Asia.
You
You know,
heard what
everybody
I
knows
said,
that
Bill?
war. Huh?
Did you? I was talking about this country has a lot of the blood of my ancestors that they took
Indeed. Indeed.
and destroyed and continue to try to destroy even today.
Even today, most people of African American descent, if you try to trace your history back, you will only get to around 1860. Maybe if you're lucky, you might have some other
Well, they're
documentation
finding
going
more
back
and
farther,
more.
but it ends right there.
They're finding more and more because more and
They
more
are.
stuff is being opened, and so there are more records and resources out there.
Right.
Surprisingly, people are starting to get back to, and also
And
remember
not only
African
that, nowadays
American.
you have a 24andMe test. You can take that and find out exactly where your lineage come from. I
Most
don't have to.
uh,
I had a cousin that did his thesis on genealogy before all this. This is like decades ago, and yeah, he traced our family history all the way back to 16 something. I can't remember what, but my family originated in Switzerland, migrated part of the family to Chile, and then from Chile to Canada, and Canada down into the United States. I have spoke to my family in Chile, not really, because neither one of us knew what we were saying, but we was doing a lot of waving at each other on the video. Yes, I made contact with Britovos in Chile, and I've made contact with Britovos in Switzerland. You know, that's a powerful feeling that you know where you come from. That what blend, and we are all blended here, baby. Every one of us is a blend, whether or not you want to admit it or not. Well, that's your shit. Peter
well, that's
came in
an
with a $10
individual
donation,
thing.
and Peter, thank you very much. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. Was
No,
that
I
Sisters
wasn't.
or
That
Tina?
wasn't.
No, that was Tina. I'm sorry.
Oh no, sweetheart, just a conversation, just having conversation. I pretty much
It's
got that
what
off
we
my
do.
chest. I need to let everybody, just think about it, ponder it. It's like the
We
man
have to.
sat eating his McDonald's in the back room during the
January
insurrection.
6th, yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
giggling his ass off. He took pleasure from people's pain and anger. He
Indeed.
took pleasure from it. That is a traitor. That is a traitor to we the people. That is not the people. People are either for the people or they are against the people. And once the corporations took off against the people, that was the final, like that was the
Tina, I
final.
remind everybody all the time that the insurrectionists aren't the ones that were outside breaking windows. They were the ones standing on the House floor voting
Yep.
not to accept a duly elected president. There's your insurrectionists. There's the ones that were trying to actively overthrow this government.
Every
It
single
wasn't the
one of
people
them were
outside.
traitors. They went against the people. They went against helping the people.
They were sold a line of bullshit from a man who waved a flag and hugged a flag, and is always talking about how this country sucks. I don't get that part.
John,
Every time you
I-
listen to that man,
listen, we were all suckered. The truth is, we were all suckered by this country. This country has been lying to people for so long. You know, I was watching this documentary on the 60s, and I really admire what the young people, the teenagers and the young 20 somethings who were there at that time, really trying to go against the system and fighting for a world of love. Yeah, there were drugs and everything, and yes, it had its fallout, but there was a conscious movement made by a generation that today people look upon that generation like they aren't shit. And I think, but they were the first ones to really come out and say, hey, we need love.
And that's what I'm
Yes.
saying we're missing now. People are not willing to do that. And what I was going to get back to is I posted on there a place where you can contact the Supreme Court. Yesterday alone, I sent them over 100 emails, and it is super easy. You just have to hit the back button and resubmit. Back button and resubmit.
That's for you, baby. And Bonita would be very happy right now.
What did you say?
Oh, I don't remember exactly what I did. It's just you write on it and then you submit it. And if you hit the back button, it will reload everything. It'll give you a new code and you resubmit it. And I did that over 100 times. That was yesterday alone. I'm not saying what I've done today.
Let them get
what
the
did you
message.
say in the body of it? Did you?
It was something to the effect of how dare you let this treasonous act and rule that he can go on to be the president.
That is the debate right now, because here's the quandary or the problem that I see the Republicans have. They scream about states' rights.
Right.
The right for a state to control everything they do. But, oh Lord, let them try to take a man off the ballot because he is, in their eyes, been guilty of insurrection or aiding or abetting those that did. And you can't get away from that. Yeah, he's a traitor. And he's not allowed on the ballot. And all of a sudden they go, oh, wait a minute. No, that's not what we meant.
Right.
Now,
it's up to Congress.
right,
Except the problem with that is, if you read that, it says Congress may. It doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say you have
which
to.
Then,
it says may.
Which then opens the door. Okay, well, if you want to pull that kind of crap, then let's just go ahead and eliminate how old you have to be and whether you have to be a natural born citizen, because it's the same category.
If the court would have come back and uphold Colorado's case, red states immediately would have been coming up with some bullshit reason to take Joe Biden off the ballot. That's what the result of that would have been. So, although I don't like the decision because I think he did commit insurrection, the court probably made the right decision by allowing him on the ballot because it's going to start that kind of bullshit. And ultimately, it's going to be up to the people anyway. Now,
that may be the case, but the problem is it says there's 3 categories. How are they going to convict and prosecute Biden for being an insurrectionist on anything? They did in Colorado because there were actual facts of what Trump did.
What actual facts? No. But the Republicans would kind of pull something out of their ass in some red state to say that Joe
Listen, you
Biden violated the
can't be.
Constitution by doing this, that, or the other. You know they
It's
would.
all. It's mirrors and distractions and
Yes.
bullshit. Use my
Well,
English.
that's how you
Pardon
get
my English.
the 60% of the Republican Party they have right now hanging on to him by illusion, by distraction. That's how they get him.
I think.
That's how they hold on to
Yeah.
him.
Part of it,
It's
I don't even. Part of it, I don't even think is illusion or distraction. I think the people that are standing by him, they want this. They want this to come about. They don't
Yes,
like
they do.
having equality.
You know,
So
I'm gonna
they
quote
know what they're doing.
Bill Jones, no court and no law will solve the problem. You and I will solve the problem by voting blue. That's the bottom line.
You guys, here's the conclusion. I can't get upset when these people tell us what their plans are. And the Supreme Court has effectively come out and said what they've already told us what they were going to do. They told us they were going to get rid of Roe. They got
They
rid
did.
of Roe. They're going to get rid of contraceptives. That's
They're
next.
trying.
Okay.
Yep.
They told us
See a trend?
that they were going to overthrow the Colorado decision, and they did it. Okay. They're telling us what they're going to delay Trump's cases until after the election. They're doing that. We can
And-
no longer be upset when they tell us what they're going to do and then they do
And then they do it. Hey, let me
And
do
then
some
they
catching up
do
real
it.
quick.
Hang
Keith
on,
Thompson.
John, because I got
Okay.
one more thing to say.
Okay. Go
It
ahead.
is, and I concur with Bill exactly. It
Yes.
is up to us.
That's it, baby.
We gotta fix this. We gotta go to the polls. We gotta vote. We gotta send Trump a resounding no. We don't want your ass in our house. This is the only way this is going to get fixed and make it stop.
But we
We've done
need.
it before. It doesn't matter what we need. This is what we have to do. We could go to the streets, we can protest and all the rest of that shit. The Supreme Court is not listening to us.
We
They're
can do
not
anything we
going to
want, but if
change
we don't go to that booth,
gun control
it's all
or
for
any
nothing.
fucking thing else we want them to do.
All right, now let me catch up. Keith Thompson, Marine, came in with a $5 donation and said, a Trumper says, I want to protect my right. Ask them. I am an American. Why can't I protect my right as an American and a vet? Oh, baby, you can protect your rights, and we're all going to stand there with you as you do, brother. Thank you, Keith. And I'm going to get this wrong. Johnny, I'm going to say Johnny Joe Crochet's, Johanna, donated $2 and said, hey, y'all, hey. Well, hey, back. We're glad you showed up. Thank you very much. And Adam Hewitt came in with a $5 donation and said, hey-oh, just saying my 2 bits. Love to see your blue dot eyes from behind the glasses. Voted all blue today. Keep smiling. Hippies were always right. Fuck Trump.
Yep.
They were, weren't they? If we would have just kept that going. And Brittany Stanley came in with a $2 donation and said, distraction, squirrel. There he is right there. Sneaks through my brain all the time. Runs around there, makes a nest. I think he's got babies up there now, going all over the place. Anyway, my Rolodexes. You know, I point this out to my kids. My Rolodex is full because, you know, their names are stick in your head, and I really do. It's like Pauline Hall. Well, she's right next to Paulette Hallbeck. You see a problem there? Does anybody see a problem when you got that Rolodex going quick?
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, it's Pauline Hallbeck. No, it's Paulette Hallbeck and Pauline. Anyway, I got that all through my head. And I love every name up there, baby. How they got there. This chat. Tony Martinez, Nancy Wright, Kay Fitzgerald. These are names, baby. This is our family. Maria Betancourt, been here forever. Who I got? Irene Lambert. Oh, I got somebody, Facebook thing. We've been friends for, oh man, I shouldn't have even said that because now the Rolodex is going, where's that name? Where's that name? 7 years. We've been friends on Facebook from damn near the time I started this shit. It's been 7.5 years, going on 8 years that we built this family up. And I say we, oh, well, except for this guy, There's always one in every family, kind of stands out. So, you even got to let the cousin. Hello, Jorge. I wasn't talking about you at all.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh. Try that again.
Uh-oh.
No, you sound
Am
good.
I busting
Yeah.
in?
Well, you kind of got that electronic sound thing going on.
Crap.
That's all right, Jorge. How in the hell you been?
Oh. Well, we voted today.
Good deal. There you go. The number one thing on the priority list
I
today. We
noticed-
got that done. What?
Prop
What'd you notice?
was you can't vote Republican Mary unless registered
Uh-oh.
Republican.
Nope. Now you're breaking up. Now we're back to every other word.
Ah.
I heard that part.
Okay, let me go out and
All
try
right.
back.
Recycle that shit. See if it happens.
Love you guys.
Love you back, Jorge. Jump
Jorge
down
is
there
going to
and
be recycled, and then he'll be back. And in the meantime and in between time, we're going to get out the vote, because that's the only thing that's going to matter
That's
in
it,
this
baby.
country. It is the only thing that is going to matter. We will write all the letters, and please do too for blue. Write the letters, sign the petitions. We need to do all of that. But what matters more than everything else is your vote.
That's it.
Is when you
That's
go
it.
to the polls. And the only poll that matters is election day. And polls are closing all across this country. It's Super Tuesday, and votes are coming in, and we're voting for candidates right now.
Oh, look
Come
here.
November,
Trump, they just called
come
Texas.
November. Well, yeah, he's going to get the candidacy for Texas, and so is Joe Biden. Okay, and one's going to be Democrat, and one's going to be the Republican.
We need to
breaking
check all
news.
those other things.
Wait a minute. Breaking news here. Massachusetts, Nikki Haley has got 49.7. Donald Trump has 45%. Nikki Haley is ahead in Massachusetts right now.
Right on, Nikki
And
Haley.
I heard talk earlier about the fact that they might be able to take Vermont. I thought that Nikki Haley might take Vermont and Idaho. Idaho surprised me.
Yeah. Was it Idaho or Iowa?
Surprised me. No, it was Idaho. Because
Idaho?
I took a double take.
Iowa Republican was over with a while back.
Okay.
No, they were talking about Idaho.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
just did a quick
is a
look.
red state, but
Yeah.
leaning Nikki Haley. That's saying a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Because with every poll I see, and I'm watching them over here, he's not pulling in the high numbers. He's not pulling 80, 90%. No, he's pulling 60-something% at best.
He's losing somewhere between 30 and 40% of these votes in every freaking state that he goes in. And I'm sorry, but you can't win a federal election with those kind of numbers.
Oh, look, they're talking about Texas off to my left, and they're talking about population centers in Texas. We're talking about San Antonio, Austin, Houston, Corpus Christi, El Paso. All of those major population centers are blue. The only exception is the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which tends to be slightly red. It's not 100%. Let me see up there, and I think well, it's 72%. He's going to take Texas in plenty of room. We all knew that down here, but the thought that pointing out the blue in Texas kind of highlights it all across the country. Wherever you have a large population of people, it's usually a blue. Most cities are blue. Even in red states, a lot of cities are blue. And the reason that is because you're put into a situation to where you have to live with your neighbor.
That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. If you have to live within the confines of an agreement within your neighbors, within your city, you all have to get along.
You mean you have to be the type of person that has to get along with other people?
Yeah, you would think so, huh? You would think so.
Yeah.
And that's how come most cities are blue. It's because you can't just go in there kicking over trash cans and saying, I want it my way. You ain't going to do that.
There is one other argument for why big cities are blue also, John, is big cities tend to have colleges and universities in them.
Oh,
People
Uh,
are educated and stay educated. And
yes, there's a
yeah, you're
higher
right.
education in the cities than there is in the surrounding, countryside, and that's the game that the Republicans play because those people are removed from population centers. They tend to be a little bit more isolationist. This is my property. Get off my property. This is my land. The whole 9 yards. Uh, and so it's easier to convince those people that backing somebody like Trump is the American thing to do. It's waving the flag. It's I don't always agree with his policies and all that shit, and that's the excuse you hear out of most of them that even admit they're going to vote for Trump. It's always, well, I don't always agree with the way he says things. Really? That's all the time, you idiot. You know. Oh, I had a squirrel moment. I had a great thought in my head. I was going to go off on a tangent there, but it lost. It walked right out of my head.
Population being blue educated
Yeah, yeah.
didn't bring the squirrel back.
Whether you're educated or whether you're a blue collar worker, if you're living in the city, you have to get along with everybody. The rules apply to us all. So we have to make rules that are accommodate all of us, not just one
Yes.
side. And I don't know how we're ever going to get back to where we were. That has to be the destination. At some point in our history, we have to get away from this hatred for each other. This is one country, baby. One.
It's going to take years.
It's going to take decades, I think.
Yeah.
To get this back out of our system. But it starts by putting Joe Biden back in the White House. Anything other than that, and we're going to move from democracy into something else, because that's where Donnie's going to take you. He's not up on this voting thing, y'all never get it right anyway. There's cheating going on all the time. He'll decide and let you know. Don't worry about a thing. We don't need no stinking DOJ or Department of Education or Department of Health or none of that shit. Donnie will decide everything, and it'll all just be peachy.
Yeah.
That's the scary
Well,
part.
I've already told my family because they're Trumpsters, and I already told them, I said, if he gets in, I am not staying here.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you
Well,
don't mean that. And I'm like, yes, I do. And if he gets in and you have supported him to get in here, this will all be your fault. And now they're all like taking a step back. I said, this is not just me. There are millions
there are a lot
people
of
in the same category
that feel that way, that if he gets back in this house, in our house,
Mm-hmm.
that the destruction will be so great that you will not recognize this country.
No.
It'll be a case of shut up and drink your vodka. That's what he wants. You don't have to worry about a thing. Just the price of vodka. And
The only way that this
cheap.
man gets back in the House is if Democrats sit on their asses and don't take their butts to the polls and vote. That's the only way it happens.
My bell went dead. There it went. You're right.
Yeah,
That's the only way this happens, this plays out, if he gets back in, is if we sit on our ass. If we think, oh, well, he's just too old, I'm not motivated to go, this, that, I don't give a shit what your reason is. The alternative is a destruction of the society that we have right now. It ain't the perfect in the world, and it could stand a whole lot more improvement, but that's where we come in. We're the ones who can make those improvements.
We have a binary choice right now. Yeah. We have old and old, okay?
Right.
We have democracy and we have demented fuck.
Pardon me.
That's it. Go ahead, Tina.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have a lot of people out here, and I come across them often and frequent, who literally do not believe that their vote matters. They literally believe that the government will put in office whoever they want in office. And they truly believe that their vote does not count.
Well, look at the electoral vote.
It doesn't. If they don't vote, they just guarantee their own outcome. They're right. Their vote doesn't count.
Tina, the only thing that we can do is try to convince them otherwise. That's all that we can do.
Right.
The only way,
and that is what we need to do.
That's why it has to be addressed, because there are people like that, and there are lots of them.
Well, and we need to get through to these people that we need an 80% turnout so that
Yes.
if the electoral vote goes towards Trump and yet 80% of the population has said no, that is when we can uprise and say bullshit.
Bullshit.
Wasn't
Look,
Obama like
It's
the
happened
biggest
before.
turnout that ever happened? Wasn't Obama's one of Obama's presidencies? Not both, but I think one of them was the
Yes.
highest
Yes.
turnout that ever had happened. And he kind of rode the wave of the new technology in a way that just really captured everybody. But the technology is not, there's nothing new coming in technology that's going to let somebody else ride that wave. Donald
Thank
Trump
you,
is
Mrs.
using
Shea.
his tried and true method. He gets out there, makes a mess, and gets all the attention. And the news just goes on and on and on. And every day he gets the attention.
Chaos.
The media, as far as I'm concerned, they're traitors too, because
Oh, yeah.
they turned on
Oh,
the
the
people.
media's in this for the
Me-
entertainment. They're
everything
making
for me,
sales. That's
I
it.
have no other agenda than for the people. And if you're not about the people, in my eyes, then what do you
What
what
are
do you
your
but
thoughts?
look, is as I'm watching these numbers come in tonight, I have not seen Trump. I think in one case, and that's been in Tennessee, he's over 80% in Tennessee. Everything else
Go
is
figure.
under 70%, 60 at best. Okay.
Yeah,
You
he's only pulling
cannot
the
win.
60s.
Hang on for a second, because you cannot win a general election with these kind of numbers.
Nope.
Okay? You simply can't do it. His numbers are declining. That means if all of those people who said that they're not going to vote for one side or another because their vote don't count, they ain't voting anyway. They ain't voting anyway. Their vote is already not counting. Okay? So
Yeah.
let's take
Like
the
I say,
votes that do count,
if you don't
especially
vote, you
on our
guarantee
side,
that.
rush their asses to the polls and get the numbers out, because our numbers are actually bigger. Let's not forget, Biden won the last election by over
A
7 million
landslide.
votes.
I believe they called it a landslide. Hey, I want to thank Leslie B., who came in with a $10 donation and reminds us. I like this saying, and I liked it then, I like it now. As President Biden said, we are fighting for the soul of our country. Vote blue all the way. Indeed. And that's the truth. As we wrap it up tonight, no truer words could come to mind. Because we're fighting for the soul of this nation. We are either going to be a democracy or we're going to be something else. That is the choice that we're facing. There's only one choice all of us have, and that is get your ass to the voting booth. You have to. We need everybody on the line. Everybody. And I was so proud today when they were showing the news of places. You know, when I go to vote at at the Blunser Fire Department, there's nobody there. There was nobody in front of me in line. I walked right in, showed my ID, and got my thing, and there's no line there. I have no problems at all, ever. But when I watch my TV and I see people standing in that line, I feel proud of them. I really do. In my heart, I feel proud of them. Because I know people who won't stand in the line. Oh, this is going to take too long. I got to go. And out the door. When you stand in that line, that shows dedication, baby. There's your patriotic duty right there. And we all need to demonstrate that, every one of us. So I encourage every one of you to make sure you get out in November, baby. Because we
No
need
truer
every one of you.
words.
No, we need every one of you. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for tonight. Enjoyed it tremendously. Tina, thank you for coming in, darling.
Oh,
Thank you
you are
for
very
using your
welcome.
voice.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, always enjoy the conversation, darling. Always. Bring a lot to the table, and I appreciate that. Anyway. Oh, wait
I'm
a minute.
glad
I
you
forgot
could
to
see
kick out
John.
Craig. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I picked on you first.
It's all
Anyway,
right.
Tina, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Craig. I usually throw
Yes,
the
sir.
guys out first because I like being in the room with all a bunch of. Anyway. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I'm just looking. I must sound like a broken record here, but
What?
I'm curious about Lauren Boebert if she's going to win the primary tonight.
Oh, I don't know.
And what will she do
You know,
if she loses?
That's another little a bit of entertainment that I'll be able to check out tonight. Let's see how Bobart did after the hand job.
Right.
She's
Right.
standing in
So,
line outside the polling booths, trying to, I don't know, stroke up some support. I don't know. Plenty of jokes about that lady, you could tell.
Wow.
But I hope Colorado wakes up. I hope that Georgia wakes up. Georgia, I think it's 14th district. Marjorie Taylor Greene, please get the woman. Get somebody who's there to do the people's work, not somebody up there who just wants to be a clown for entertainment. Anyway, getting on. Craig, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate
you're
your
welcome,
voice.
sir.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Take care.
Outstanding. We will. You do the same. And Sisyphus.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate being able to vent.
Yeah. You always bring good conversation in. I always look we can get you in here. We'll get you in here.
Much appreciated.
Table, baby. I appreciate it.
And I'm sure glad you got your surgery done and it all went well. And pretty soon you're going to have both eyes seeing like a young kid again.
I can't wait for the other eye now, because I can see real good right now on this computer and everything. And the colors are so. I just want that other eye so I can get it in all. I'm loving it.
Right on.
I really am. It's put a smile on my face since this afternoon when it just all of a sudden went poop. There it is. Shit. Anyway, Sisyphus, thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
And before we go, let me thank Jacqueline Healy, who came in with a $7 donation and said, voted in Massachusetts. I didn't know. Voted in Massachusetts today and was able to get a friend who wasn't going to vote to go to the polls after telling her about Project 2025. Bless your heart, baby. You did the job. And Corey Barton came in with a $10 donation. Corey, I appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, that's right. I questioned myself for a minute, but I was right. It's getting better. My eyesight is getting better. I'm just loving it. Anyway, Miss Chick.
Yes, John.
Thank you so much for everything you do. Do you have anybody you want to call out tonight?
Well,
Did anybody share this shit?
Actually, I want to call out all those. Oh, we're getting some feedback here.
A little feedback somewhere.
I think it was Nymeria. Your feedback.
Get a little feedback, Tina. Just go ahead and mute your mic there.
Who, me?
Go ahead, Miss Chick.
Yeah, you're echoing us.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's all right,
okay.
darling. That's okay.
Anyways, what I wanted to do was I wanted to call out all those people that are feeling like their vote does not count. I know how that feels. When you live in a sea of red, you literally do not feel like your vote counts, because no matter how many times you vote blue, it always ends up being a red person. It really does. And you don't feel represented. But, we still have to go and do what we got to do, continue to vote, have hope. Have hope. And even if locally it's tough, there's still the larger portion that we have to vote for, which is the president, and is our senators and our representatives. So hang in there and keep voting blue. That's all I'm going to say.
We're not going to win every battle, but it's not about the battle. It's about the war.
Are you shitting me?
No, but your voice is heard. They look at that. They look at that.
Oh, like I say, that's why I walk in there on voting day, just so they can see me. Hey, how y'all doing? Yes, it's important. It's not only important, it is a responsibility of a citizen to be involved in our government. But go ahead.
But these people liked your video that you did today after you voted, so I'm pretty sure they're all going to get out and vote.
Good. Good.
Karen, I think it's Geen from Ohio, Brian McMurdy from Washington, Flavio Romero Jr. from Kentucky. Yeah, Flavio.
Outstanding.
Fabienne Vetella? No. Maybe it's Vetella from Florida.
Yeah.
Fabienne is originally from Cuba. So, I heard a story today that a lot of Cubans vote red. But apparently not Fabienne. So you go,
Not-
girl.
Not
You
all
vote
of them. Not all
blue.
of them. I was born
Right.
there. I'm blue.
Yeah. Ronald Schumann from Texas, originally from Michigan. Go, Ronald. He's also a Marine vet from Vietnam.
Outstanding, brother. Welcome home.
Yep.
Welcome home, brother.
And this one, I just love the name. Tuggy and Wallace Yoakley from North Carolina.
Tuggy.
Tuggy
I
and
like
Wallace.
that. I like
I
that.
know.
I like that, Tuggy. That's pretty cool.
They all liked your shit today, John.
Well, I
Other
appreciate
people
them
out there
liking my
can,
shit.
other people
I
can
enjoyed
like your
doing
shit
my
right
shit
now. They can subscribe to your shit right
down
now.
there. Right down there.
Yep.
That button right
And
there.
follow. Set your notifications so you
That
don't miss
button
us
right there.
live. Come
There you
on
go.
in the Discord room.
Please do that. We'd love to hear your voice. That's an easy thing to do. Go to bluedotintexas.com. You can download or follow the instructions there to download Discord, which is a free app. You don't have to pay for this shit. And you can make up your own account, whatever you want to call yourself. That's fine. And get in here and use your voice. We'd love to have you. But anyway, we love having you, Miss Chick.
Thank you, John. I love being here.
I'm so happy you think that way. Anyway, are we done with the mushy shit?
Yeah, mushy mushy.
Okay,
Hey, Bernadette.
mushy.
Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
Bernie.
I just want to Hi, John. I just want to remind everybody out here on the West Coast, the polls are still open. You still got time to get out and do your civic duty and vote because, honestly, your vote does matter. It matters to me. And if you go and do it for me, give me some music, John. Go
Hey,
vote for Bernadette.
Music.
Yes.
Pepper. Wait a minute. Wait
The whiny shit.
The whiny
shit?
The whiny shit, you know. Like, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Your vote matters to me. If you don't vote, how am I going to feel tomorrow? Please go out and vote for me because your vote matters to me. We're trying to save America here. Okay, that's enough.
Are you going to let
come
this
on.
poor soul suffer the way they do?
You
can
can't let
help.
me suffer like
You
this
can help.
anymore.
Go to your
My
local
heart's breaking
polling
blue
place.
here,
Pull a
people.
lever. Push a button.
Vote
You
for
can help.
Bernadette because we don't want to set her off.
That's right. Don't
Okay.
set her off. The explosion
right.
would be more than you can handle. Anyway,
Absolutely.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Let me thank Gary Barton, who came in with a $10. Where's my whacker? Gary Barton, who came in with a $10 donation and said, I just wanted to say, fuck Trump. I read them just like they're written, baby, and that's what we're. It's a mantra around here. It was started by somebody. I don't know. Somebody, who lit a fuse.
And John,
just one day say, what?
There's a crystal
Believe it or
ball.
not, there is a crystal ball looming on the horizon.
I'm beginning to think this is a conspiracy. This is not my show. Maybe this is your show. How come y'all get that shit first? It isn't coming across mine.
It's
there
magic.
it is. Joseph Martinez came in with a $2 donation. Joseph, thank you very much for that. I appreciate every donation that comes in here. It helps with everything that we try to do. And believe me or not, we're going to try to do a little bit more pretty soon. We got irons in the fire. I don't want to pull the trigger or pull the pin, as Miss Linda would say.
She did say that.
She did say that right there in the chat, and I read it without glasses, Miss Linda. How you like?
That's so cool.
It is. I'm enjoying the shit out of this, in the colors to boot. Anyway, Bernie.
Yes.
I love you, baby. Thank you for the passion that you have in your heart and that you share with all of us.
John, I'm so glad your eyeballs can see color again.
Oh man, I am too. I'm getting off on
that.
this shit.
That
too.
in itself is worth a vote, you guys. Come on.
Even if I couldn't read, the damn shit, I could see the damn colors. I'm happy right there. And that came first. That came immediately when I walked outside the building. They had my eye covered with a patch, but I could see out of just a little corner, and I noticed the freaking grass was really, really green. That was instantaneous. I was so
and the vote was
amazed.
blue. How about that?
And easy color to pick. Anyway, Bernadette, thank you again, darling. I love you. Thank you for everything you pour into this, and I know y'all pour a lot. Both of you do. And our Mark, our Blue Dot greeter out there, BW, all those working behind the scenes that y'all don't barely see. I appreciate everything y'all do to make this thing work every time we turn on this camera.
You do it for our country.
That's right. Bill
'Cause we're
Jones, America
patriots.
or fascism? Please choose wisely. It's an
Yes,
easy
please.
choice. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. We'll be back here Thursday. I'm sure there'll be exciting things to talk about. No telling what will happen in just 2 days. Plenty, I'm sure. But we'll be here to talk about it. And until then, try to put a smile on your face, baby, because the world is a little more colorful. And we have to stop and take that into granted and appreciate that. Anyway, all that other mushy shit. We'll see y'all again on Thursday night. Y'all say good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.
Good night,